Oh no! It's not what I paid for! No! No! The horror! I paid to see a Tom Cruise movie! Sorry if I seemed a little cranky in our last video. I hate Mission Impossible 2, but you will get a much better side of me in this video. We're going to be talking about Mission Impossible 3 for years. This was my favorite action film. Head on over to Rotten Tomatoes. The audience gave it a 69%, which it's really pathetic. Critics gave Mission Impossible 3 71%. Andrea Chase from Killer Movie Reviews says, fortunately, Tom Cruise spent a nice chunk time running, which he does with such gung-ho intensity that it is easily the best acting he does the entire film. So it's kind of funny because Andrea's surname is Chase, so obviously she's going to hone in on all the running, right? It's his call sign. Like, what else do you... That's what he does. Will Ferrell, he makes jokes. He acts like a baby, kind of like I am now. What's your call sign, Andrea? Point at people who run fast? Andrea Chase? Roger Ebert from Chicago Sun-Times says, there's a theory that action is exciting and dialogue is boring. My theory is that variety is exciting and sameness is boring. All due respect to the great film critic, I respect his reputation. All right? But I think most of his opinions are just trash. He liked Mission Impossible 2. Okay? But yeah, Roger Ebert, his opinions suck. We need another one of his opinions like he needs another hole in his head. Speaking of hole in the head, that's what I feel like I have when you don't subscribe, when you don't like, and when you don't comment on these videos and obviously share them. It costs you nothing, and it pays dividends to me. That would be exciting because I need to make an income somehow. And I want to say this too: if you have a really cool DVD or Blu-ray, display or a man's cave that you want to show off. Send me a picture and I could use it as the backdrop for one of my videos. Do that, and if you have your own channel, I will gladly point you out and talk about you a little bit, maybe roast you a tad, who knows. Robert W. Butler from Kansas City Star says, despite the welcome addition of a romantic relationship to Ethan's life and the complications that it brings, the film is essentially a series of big action sequences so overpowering that we forget just what our heroes are trying to accomplish. It's rather hard to miss there, Bob. We're looking for the rabbit's foot. Plain and simple. It's like a sophisticated Tom and Jerry episode. Tom has to catch the mouse. Done. The end. It's the same thing with MI3. Get the rabbit's foot. What is it? Who cares? Why does Tom want Jerry? Okay, well that's kind of a easy one to figure out. But Boo Allen from Denton Record Chronicle says, although fast and full of explosions, this franchise is starting to look too formulaic and familiar for comfort. So the little girl from Monsters, Inc. grew up to become a movie critic. What do you know? And as a society, can we just re-examine the way we end a sentence with the words for comfort? If the movie is too formulaic and too familiar, that's the very definition of comfort. Being routine, being home-like. It's like saying that the movie is too cozy and comfortable for comfort. It's the exact same meaning. A better way to say it is MI3 is too wild and too explosive for me to be comfortable on my seat because I'm on the edge. That's a much better way to say the sentence. Maybe I need to ghostwrite for this guy. Ghostwrite, because his name is Boo. David Edelstein from New York Magazine. There are no flourishes to savor. Instead, there are big deal stunts. Damn it, Shining! You're too scary. Settle down, Old Yeller. You're too sad. Office Space has way too many jokes, and it's way too hilarious. Whoever complains that a Mission Impossible film has too many stunts is just retarded. It's like complaining that a porno has too many naked people. All right, next up we have Thomas DeLapa from Boulder Weekly. Thomas says, should you decide to accept this movie, get used to the idea that it's all Tom Cruise all the time. Oh no! It's not what I paid for! No! No! The horror! The horror! I paid to see a Tom Cruise movie! Tom Cruise is the only one on the cover. Tom Cruise, he's the moneymaker. All right, let's go over to Luke Y. Thompson from lytrules.com. He says, parts of the movie are fun, but a weak villain and a dragged-down ending work against it. Yes, so Philip Seymour Hoffman is wildly menacing. Arguably the best Mission Impossible villain. I would even say he stands out above any James Bond villain. He steals every movie he's in, whether it's a good movie or not. The fact that Luke here is complaining about an actor that tragically we lost too soon. Here's another example. Speed. Speed is one of my favorite action movies of all time. But if I'm being honest, Dennis Hopper just ruins the movie. He ruins Speed. He overplays it. No! He's overly campy. No! He doesn't know what movie he's in. However, it's still the greatest action movie of all time. Because I am able to separate the poo from the brownie, okay? That's what Dennis Hopper is. But Philip Seymour Hoffman, in no way is he poo. I mean, he's fertilizer. Now, but, you know, we try not to think about it. Dennis Hopper also is fertilizer. He was such a bad actor that I hope his ashes were scattered over plants that the dirtiest water buffalo ate and then shot him out. No offense to the dead. Like, I'm going to be dead one day. And I invite anybody to say anything they want about me. Anything rude and negative. Once I am dead, only once I'm dead are you allowed to say anything mean about me. As long as I'm here and alive, please be kind. Mark Sells from Oregon Herald says that MI3 runs too fast. It's overloaded with pointless action to the brink of exhaustion. Action is pointless. Forget there's no point for certain action scenes. There's no point for action movies. They don't have any obligation to exist. Their existence does not further humanity's cause. But we like them. We love action movies. They're pointless. This is the way it is. All the Mission Impossible movies, if I'm being totally honest, they're pointless. Die Hard? Throw it out, according to Mark's logic here. But we enjoy it. It's fun. If Kevin had just called the cops as soon as his parents left him at home, you had no movie. This is an argument from the dawn of time. From before movies were even invented. Indians sat around campfires and listened to their ancestors tell stories. I'm sure that there were plot holes in those stories. But you have to be able to throw those out and appreciate the story for what it is. There's no point to ever have an action movie, ever. But again, we enjoy it. It's what we want. It is hella fun, as the kids say. Another example, the Titanic could have just steered away from the iceberg. True story or not, they could have just steered away. We didn't need to have all the tragic loss. Butch Cassidy and Sundance could have gone to church, swore off their evil ways. But I, for one, am glad that they took the route that they did. It provided a very awesome and solid movie. So if you don't like action films, and I'm saying this to Mark, if you don't like action films, stay the hell away. Don't jump in our pool when we don't want you here. I really hope you're not black. Doesn't look like he is. Stay out of our pool. Don't ruin the fun for everybody else. Just a couple more here. All right, let's jump over to the audience reviews. I found one by the name of a guy named Mohammed A. I can only assume that stands for Ali. Like if my name was Mohammed Alejandro Alabama, I would definitely shorten that down to A, because then you can only assume that it's Muhammad Ali. Mohammed A says, worst MI movies ever. Skip watching it, just a waste of time. Worst MI movies ever. Plural. Like, you watched one movie, right? Like, you can't just watch them unless, and doing like P.I.P, picture in picture, where he's got all the Mission Impossible movies playing at the same time on one screen. All right, the most honest review goes to Jeffrey Lyles from Lyles Movie Files. That's cute. He says, Abrams' high stakes, every second counts pacing gets the best out of the franchise star Tom Cruise, resulting in easily the series' best pick. Can I say series'? And easily the series' best pure action installment. Couldn't have said it better myself. I tried in this whole video, I couldn't. So Jeffrey, thank you very much for sharing that honest take on Mission Impossible 3. Don't forget, folks, the trivia question, movie trivia. The movie review that you had to guess the movie of was, it's difficult to say what Pinocchio will... I just gave it away. I just gave it, and the movie was Pinocchio. Yes, this was a review from Rob Gonzalez from Rob's Movie Vault, and the answer is Pinocchio 1940. Here's the clue for the next video. The review for the movie is the standard in modern blockbuster filmmaking. I don't make the rules. You don't have to guess who said that, but you do have to guess what movie that review is about. Leave your answer down below what you think it is. I just might call you out. That's all I got for you. I'll see you in the next video. Glenn wouldn't know a good Mission Impossible film if it ripped him a new rectum in a sex dungeon. It's like complaining that a porno has too many naked people doing... It's like complaining that a Hey there!
Do you want to get the rest of your groceries out of the front seat?
You want me to drop everything and... Sure. Sure.
Sure, I do.